Good day, everyone, and welcome to Space City. Congratulations to the SpaceCom Conference Planning Team and the supporting sponsors for what looks to be another very successful event. I can't think of a better place to host it. Houston is at the heart of our nation's economic engine with energy, healthcare, transportation, manufacturing, and of course, space, all located right here. Since the early days of spaceflight, there have been thousands of technologies and billions of dollars injected into the global economy derived from the space industry. I think it's terrific that scientists, investors, and businesses are able to come together to assess areas in which to further collaborate and leverage the investments made in spaceflight and exploration to strengthen our economy and competitiveness. You've heard many times, again and again, that NASA receives a pittance of the federal budget, only 0.5%, roughly $19 billion. And yet it accomplishes a tremendous amount of work. I doubt if there's any other federal agency where you can get more bang for your buck. I've been working to bring NASA back to its core purpose and more centrally focused on human spaceflight and exploration missions. The agency has gotten a bit distracted over the years, with significant funding being siphoned off to support climate change research efforts. Look, there are lots of other agencies that do that type of research, about a dozen of them. But NASA is the only federal agency that does human space flight, and I'm going to keep fighting to make sure that they have the resources to succeed. From a taxpayer and economic perspective, NASA is a great investment. It has been debated over the years what the actual return on investment is. Estimates put it between a 14-to-1 and a 7-to-1 return. But regardless of the actual amount, how many other government programs provide any return at all? Imagine what we could do if we doubled NASA's budget. Beyond the direct financial benefits, you have to consider the tremendous economic multiplier through workforce development. NASA programs and the ensuing technology development spur the creation of new small and large businesses which employ workers needed to sustain the business. These workers in turn need products and services from regional providers, consequently boosting workforce and economic development in other sectors like real estate, banking, healthcare, and education. A University of California professor of economics stated in his research, "Innovation is the engine of prosperity." Other data shows the average employment multiplier for a high-tech job is 5-to-1, with the energy sector averaging roughly 7-to-1. We are in the right business. As chairman of the House Subcommittee on Space, I lead the subcommittee responsible for oversight of our nation's space program. And as much as I would be thrilled to see NASA's budget doubled, we have to be realistic and ensure that the tax dollars we currently receive are prudently focused on the right missions. Right now, the long-term goal is a human mission to Mars with a focus on the moon, or cislunar, as an important step in that direction. To accomplish this goal, it is essential that we have a solid investment strategy for our stakeholders and the American taxpayers. Aside from government programs, the private sector also holds great promise. I was the co-sponsor of the recent Commercial Space Launch Competitiveness Act that made space resource utilization possible, provided flexibility for the burgeoning commercial human spaceflight industry, and started the conversation about updating outdated commercial remote sensing regulations. We have more work to do, but the future holds great promise, and all of you will be at the forefront of that movement. Let me add one last comment regarding the election. I had the privilege of attending a rally with Vice President-elect Mike Pence on Florida's Space Coast just 2 weeks ago. I was very impressed with him, and I'm very pleased that he's going to chair a newly resurrected National Space Council. This should give space the attention and focus that has been missing for far too many years. This gets me excited about the future of our space program. There is no doubt NASA and the broader space industry are providing tremendous contributions to the American economy, tying directly back to what you are doing here this week talking technological priorities and partnerships which are critical enablers to our future space leadership and economic competitiveness. God bless you all. Enjoy your visit to Houston and have a terrific conference.